The Big Fight Live is back. Josh Kelly continues his world title pursuit against Lucas Bastida for the WBO International Super Welterweight crown. Don't miss all the action live in The Big Fight Live, Kelly versus Bastida, Saturday at 10 on Channel 5.
Ali Drew for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I am joined by Anthony Crolla, who is here in Newcastle on commentary duties, pundit duties?
Punditry duties with George Gross, so I'm looking forward to it. A few good fights, and here we are shouting in the back. And then so I'm looking forward to the fights we're going to cover.
It's a good fight night in Newcastle, always.
Always. It's you know what? I was just saying, it's my first proper time. I've been with the football loads of times, but my first experience in Newcastle nightlife. I was just saying then to net and whatnot. It's I was seeing hen parties with the shoes off at 5 p.m. So yeah, I reckon it's going to be a good night.
Headlined tonight by Josh Kelly. Yeah. So going to be good seeing him in the northeast. Yeah. Obviously on the comeback trail still. Yeah. What do you make of him?
We've seen him. I think he's super talented, Ali. He's. I remember years ago speaking to Adam Booth and just how highly he spoke about him as he was turning professional, and he expects him to go the full way. And listen, there was a little hiccup with David Avanesian, but there's no shame there. I think it'll be a better fight at light middleweight. I believe he's a huge welterweight, and he ran into a very good fighter. But I still believe he has the talent to do that. But obviously, a win tonight's essential.
Providing he gets through tonight, there's talk of Troy Williamson, who is here tonight as well. Yes. That British title. What do you make of that fight?
I was going to say, I don't see how that can be a bad fight, and I feel that Troy will look to imply the same tactics as what David Avanesian did, but then I believe that will Josh be able to hold him off a lot longer than Avanesian, at this extra weight. But that's a great fight, and it's like a little derby, isn't it? It's the Jardy and Mackhams, I'm right there in what I'm saying that. Yeah, so that'll be a tasty one. It'll be a great atmosphere.
Are you busy with punditry work at the moment? Have you got much coming up?
Yeah, I'm a little bit, yes, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm pretending to know what I'm on about, Ali, and wing it. But no, it's great. Obviously, I'm working with the guys tonight, and I enjoy it. Best seat in the house.
Now, away from tonight, just some sort of stuff that's going on in the boxing world. Today it was on social media. If Jake Paul wins his next fight, he's going to be ranked by the WBC. Yeah. What do you make of that? You actually worked at Jake Paul's last fight, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Was it his last one or the one before?
No, I'm lying. It was the one before. It was the one before. Or was it the first Woodley fight? And the WBC are ranking him in the top 15 if he wins. And I just think it's a great decision for boxing. No, it's it's horrendous.
Is it really?
Horrendous. No, it's listen, at least, like you say, he is fighting a full-time boxer now. But it's madness. You can't say anything other than it's madness. And it also shows a side of boxing, let's be honest, where money talks. And it's just, at times it can be a horrible business, and that's what that is. It's just purely a business move, and it's hard to say anything else because that is blatant. That's what it is.
Yeah, because you say he's fighting a real boxer. This will be the first time that he has fought a real boxer. It must be hard. You're a coach, obviously former boxer yourself. Is it hard seeing how hard you had to work to get there, how hard your fighters work there, to then get ranked that easily?
Ali, I say that and people go, oh, it's wrong, but that's the world we live in now. Like, social media is such a huge thing. There's the show on right now, Love Island, right, and they're going to come out and they're going to earn fortunes, some of them, through sort of just having a social media following, putting posts out each day. That's the world we live in now. And I'll always say this, one thing about Jake Paul, I think, he's supposedly paying his fight as well. And I always say, if it gets fighters more opportunities, then I'm for it. Listen, is it a bit mad? Does it make a bit of a circus of the sport? Yeah, but we have also got to be a little bit realistic and be like, that's the way the world is right now. He's a huge star in social media, and everyone's like, he's not even a boxer, but he is, and he's fighting a real boxer, and he's going about it. He's getting big gates, he's getting big pay-per-view numbers, and like I say, I just try to look at the positives, as in it gives young upcoming fighters and other fighters, for instance, like Amanda Serrano. Her platform, her profile, has risen massive since linking up with Jake Paul.
Do you think he's going to get the win?
Do you know what? I'll be honest, with Ratman, I've not seen very much of him. I think I might be right in saying There was a Ratman on one of the Mayweather 24/7s years ago, who was, I'd have to ask Josh if he knows that. There was a lad actually, God bless him, Donovan, he's no longer here now, who actually, they got in the doghouse. I don't know if it's the same Ratman or not, or it was the big brother who come back for him or what, I don't know. So I don't know enough about him. What I've seen of him though, he looks better than anyone he's boxed previously.
And before we finish, do need your prediction on the big fight coming up in a few weeks. Usyk AJ, the rematch. How do you see that one going? Over in Saudi Arabia.
Listen, I think it's hard to look past a Usyk win, but it's also going to be so interesting to see if AJ can implement the things that Robert Garcia and Angel want him to. There's no denying last time they got it wrong tactically, but also it wasn't a whitewash that some people have made out. But I just believe Usyk looks like he's going to a little bit more, but he did finish very strong. So you've got to make him a huge favourite. Listen, I won't be shocked, but I think you've got to make Usyk. He's got to be favourite going into it. Well, he is favourite going into it, but I just believe as long as he doesn't lose that movement, I know he's had a lot going on in his homeland and stuff like that, it's going to be very hard for AJ, but it'd be great if he could do it.
And also, just I have to ask you, I think I ask you this during every interview, but since then, since I last spoke to you, Ricky Hatton has come back out of retirement. He's been sparring Campbell, obviously, you know, Manchester, same as you. Any chance of you coming out of retirement?
Absolutely not, Ali. No, I'm good, I'm happy, and like I said, I enjoy talking about it now rather than getting punched in the face.
Lovely. Well, enjoy tonight.
Ali, thanks for having us.